after I came home, I just continued high school. So at 2017, I was graduating high school I was studying science and agriculture. So after I'm going to that agriculture school, I was working on a farm, harvesting and taking care of cattle and pigs, and also seeding, plowing, yeah, all that, which was great. So after that, I was saving up money for traveling. So I was traveling about 4 months. First stop was back to the sunny coast. And then, yeah, so I was staying with Nell and Dave. And yeah, it was very sad because then at that Christmas, I got to know about Nell, that it wasn't long time left. So I was really happy to have the last chance to stay with them. And then Peter and Diane invited me for a great barbecue. So here to the right, it's a picture of us having a morning walk at the beach, which was great. And then I continued my traveling up north. So up, yeah, in the upper top of the picture, it's from Whitsundays. And then I continued up to Cairns, snorkeling, and see all that, yeah, touristy backpacking stops. After that, I was in New Zealand. I met up with a friend in New Zealand. So here's a picture of Milford Sound. And I did bungee jump and a big swing and skydiving, but I couldn't find the pictures, which was really sad. So yeah. And then also in New Zealand, so my older brother was exchange student in New Zealand. So we were visiting one of his old host families. So that was great too. And then the next stop was in Costa Rica, had a surf camp for a week, and then traveled around to different national parks and old volcanoes. So, and then off to USA. So my older brother was actually there as an exchange student through university that year. So we were visiting him in California, went Highway 1 up and had a few stops at different national parks. So Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Death Valley, yeah, all those national parks. And then the final stop was in New York for a week. We flew across the country. And then back to Sweden, and I was working for another 6 months, I think, before I started university. So now I'm studying my bachelor. I'm in my third year as an engineer. So I'm studying chemical and technique engineering. So the picture of me down there to the left is actually from this summer when I was working at a paper and pulp factory in the laboratory. So I was going around the factory taking samples from different places in the process. So that was great. So now I live in Stockholm studying at the Royal Institute of Technology. And then the summer I was working about 2 hours north of Stockholm. So I was living there. So that was a little adventure, living in a very, very small town up there. And then here's some different pictures from Sweden right now. So the one to the, with the dog, that's my mom's dog. It was actually from yesterday, so we had a little bit of snow. And then it's me and my family going skiing. And then it's me and my boyfriend at my sister's wedding about 2 months ago. And then to the right is my horse with some Christmas hat on. And yeah, and here up to the upper right, it's my mom and the horse, and then 2 small horses she just bought. Yeah, so that was all my pictures. that I wanted to share. Thank you.
That's great. Clara, great to see all those pictures of what you've been doing recently, as well as taking us back down memory lane. You're a keen traveller, and I guess that COVID has put some restrictions on that. Could you give us some brief insight into how you're living and your family's living with COVID in Sweden?
Yeah, so actually I was meant to be go to Canada this autumn, or like your spring, for an exchange. So that was cancelled because of COVID. So otherwise I would have been in Canada till I think January. So that's a bit sad. And also now my school started in August. We have had everything except the exams on Zoom. Wow. But now I think everything will be from nothing at school. So that's why I'm at home now. No, not in Stockholm. I've been home for about 2 weeks. But everything is, closed down, and restaurants are not having an easy time.
I bet. How have you found doing all your studying at home and not interacting with other students?
Yeah, it's when I was in Stockholm, I was sitting there because I live by myself in an apartment, so that was very lonely. The only time I saw people was when I was going to the supermarket, and I tried to just go to the supermarket once a week because you're not allowed, like you shouldn't do it often. So it was very, it feels like you're all alone, but then you have to study, and it's not very, it's not so much fun.
Sure. I notice your English is as good or better than ever. It's excellent. Are you studying English, or is that just comes natural?
Yeah, thank you. No, I was actually very worried about me gonna speak in English because I haven't spoken for maybe, I don't know, a very long time.
About that? Well, we can't tell. I wonder, through you, Chairman Graham, could we throw it open to questions from members?
You're muted, Graham. You've got the mute on, Graham.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So any questions from members, please put your hand up. Yeah, Don White, please.
Clara, your studies, what do you expect to be able to do after you've finished? What's your career path?
So now I'm planning on studying 2 more years at the master, but after that I want to, now I'm a bit into paper and pulp factory, maybe something with development and chemistry technique in some way.
So you're steering away from farming type of work?
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet because it's from one day to another. One day I want to do something with chemicals or farming and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Leo Smith, you had a question?
No, Graham, it was the same as Don's.
Oh, was it? Oh, well, there you go.
I was interested to know what Clara was going to do in the future.
Great minds think alike. Was there
Yes.
any other questions for Clara? I'm looking around.
Clara, how serious is his boyfriend?
Oh, how serious! Yeah, I hope it's very serious.
Oh, okay. Good.
We've just been dating for almost a year.
All right.
Try the Volvo, Karen?
If he does?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Of course.
I ask a question?
Please do.
Clara, Graham, you seem to have studied a lot of things. I'm I'm supposed to be writing up a report on what you had just said. But don't worry about it. I'll be very gentle. But you started off in an agricultural school, is that correct? Right. And then you went to university, and then you were looking at engineering at university.
Yeah, so in Sweden we study like the 3 last years of high school.
Right.
We choose, what do you say, like you choose like a program.
Mm-hmm.
So I was studying agriculture, but still I was studying science. So if you study science, you can go to uni afterwards.
Right. Right. And
Yeah,
then at
so-
university, you moved into engineering, did you say?
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
studying engineering and chemistry and technique, like the program, the
Right.
specific engineering. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what you hope to sort of specialize in a bit later, in chemistry or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very good. And what would your master's be in if you wanted to go on and do that?
The one I will apply for is called macromolecular materials.
Right.
You might have to spell that for him.
Did you get that, Graham?
We engineers know that.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Well, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Well, I understand them all. Thank you very much.
If I remember correctly, Clara, there are lots of engineers in your family. I think your mum and dad are engineers.
Yeah, and my 3 older siblings too.
Okay.
Oh, oh.
Isn't it great, Don? Ian, it's just fantastic to
isn't
hear
that
this news.
fantastic?
Right.
Should be more of it.
Could I just ask something of Clara?
Yes, please go ahead, Jim.
Because I think that Clara is at the same institution in Stockholm that my son went to, because he studied engineering there. And he completed his engineering degree in Sweden, in Stockholm. And where you are is a specializes in engineering, does it? Or?
Yeah, my school, it's only engineering.
Yeah, that's
it's
my
all-
son went there. About 25 years ago, he graduated from there.
Yeah.
So we've got a
okay.
connection with you.
Yeah.
Hi, Clara.
You had to learn Swedish first.
Hi, Clara. It's good to see you again. It's great. It's about a year ago we saw you in Stockholm, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
a very,
I think it was about a year.
very cold, wet day. We went down to the pub and had a couple of lemonades, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you got your friend. So if the big occasion happens, don't forget to send us an invite. We might come and see you again.
Yeah.
Can that be on?
Oh, beautiful.
That puts you on the spot, doesn't it? Yeah. Good to see you doing well and looking good. So Leanne's here with me to wait here.
Any more questions, or shall I
Great
pass
to
back,
see you.
back to Peter
What does
Bell?
your boyfriend do?
He's studying, how do you say, like economics towards agriculture.
Agricultural economics. Okay.
Excellent.
Clara, can I ask you, is that your natural colour hair? It looks very nice.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, looks really good. It's more gingery than blonde. Is that right?
Yeah, it's. I think if it would be more sun here in Sweden, I would have more blonde.
Okay.
Sun beauty. But yeah, now it's the sun goes down at 3 or 4 p.m.
All right. Do you find that depressing at all?
No, it's just a bit annoying because sometimes if I want to go out running, I like if it's light outside.
Yes.
Otherwise, they have to have all these lamps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then you have to run at lunchtime. Otherwise, it's too dark.
And can I ask how the economy is there?
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
now I don't know because we had a lot of people didn't have their jobs
Mm-hmm.
this spring, but I think what do you say, like Sweden gives away a lot of money
The
to help
government
people.
supporting it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Government.
A bit like Australia.
Yeah.
So how is it in Australia? Is it like do you all work from home or can you be at work? Like, yeah.
You can go to work. A lot of people are still working from home though, because we virtually have no cases of COVID, except for returning travellers from overseas, which are
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, which are quarantined in hotels. Yeah, so it's actually pretty safe at the moment here.
Oh, that sounds great.
Mm.
Yeah.
The beauty of being an island.
Yeah,
Mm.
really.
Can I pass back to Peter Bell? Peter, would you like to do a vote of thanks? Because I know Clara has to get away for an exam, I believe.
Okay, I'd be very happy to. Thank you, Clara, and thank you to members for your questions. It's quite inspiring, Clara, to hear you speak, and I found some inspiration tonight in the sensitivity of our members' questions. Paul Robin's very interested in your hair colour, and Leo very interested in your boyfriend. So you can see we've got your best interests at heart still. And, it's quite astonishing, really. I'm sure most of the other members would agree with that. Anyway, Clara, fantastic to see you again and hear you, and have you speak to us. And it was lovely to see your counsellor, Nell Jeffrey, again in your photos.
Yes.
Very dear to many of us.
Yep.
As I said earlier, your English is excellent, and when all this COVID nonsense is sorted out, we want you to come straight back to Mooloolaba and see us all. So I won't keep you. I'd like to ask everyone present to give Clara a thunderous round of applause. Thank her for her presentation. Thanks, Clara.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
Clara. Good luck with your exam. I hope it goes well.
thank you. Can I just, I'm not the host anymore, am I? Or should I?
No, it was only a co-host, so you can just leave. It's fine.
Okay, thank you. Great to see you all.
Bye-bye.
And I will let you know
Bye.
when I go back to Australia, I will let you know.
Great.
Please.
Right.
Good.
Great.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was very good. Now we get back to business. And can I ask President Jeff to have a few words with us? Jeff there?
Yeah, thanks, Graham. Yeah, that was a great talk, and I hadn't actually met Clara because I wasn't here at the time, but I've heard a lot of good reports from her